Alright, so I know that my replays recently have been getting a little bit more, let's say, what the hell? There you go. A bit more repetitive or something, because I play the same two specs. I either play Stryker SF or I play Stryker Marines. And I do agree with that. The only, and I have to say, it's mainly because, like, opponents I play against, I feel like if I don't play a deck that is really, really good, I mean, I'm not like Ben, right? Ben is like an all-round player. I obviously haven't tried to play stuff like Armored Marines, which I've actually been blasted a couple times by it already. And neither have I been trying other decks like Striker Airborne that I should, or I did at the start of the game, but I haven't been doing so. And that combination is obviously a thing, except this time I also wanted to try, or not really wanting to try, but I ended up in a fight where it usually doesn't break out. And that would be in the city area of Black Coast. And I'm not talking about the center of the map where people usually try to push across the road in the field and then they try to take their opponent's caps. I'm talking about the side of the map where there's literally no one there, nothing there, and the edge of the map. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's episode of Highlights. Welcome everyone. Before we continue the video, I just want to give a quick thanks to BA Armory along with my two friends Keiko and Nova for supporting the channel. Anyways, uh, this match was played. Let me check. I don't even remember the last time I checked on this replay because it has been a little while. Let's see. It has been uh, a month and a half since I played this match, and so pretty sure that this match is the same patch as the one that we're playing on right now, since the last patch was almost 3 or 4 months ago. That's crazy though. That's actually crazy. But as we play on Black Coast this game, I think since our opponents were also fairly decent, or more like, like same caliber, of the same caliber, I wanted to be a bit more safer, and I just decided, okay, well, uh, if you remember my Black Coast video or something like that, when I talked about how to play this side of the map, I mentioned that the city area here is actually quite important when it comes to controlling. Let's just pause here. When it comes to controlling vision of around this area, and if you have control of this area, then you can basically push down this road into E without too much ATGMs trying to fly at you, because you could easily spot it and artillery it or just bomb it. And your opponent's AA or something, or like if you manage to push him out of the city, you would mostly be here. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take control of the city, and I wanted to get some early recon around the city and slowly start to clear it out when my vehicles actually arrive. Safe to say that it obviously it wouldn't really work out that way if sorry for spoiling it, but I just want to let you know that, hey, things don't usually go the way that you want it to, and that is the case for this match. And oh, we do spot something though. I'll say hello to the Viper. That's actually a bit more than I expected. Snipe one really quick and then come back for the other. So the Sidewinder on the Raptor, or any other fighter in the game, they can actually snipe Comanches, they can snipe Vipers, Super Cobras, just not Guardians or any Russian helicopters that are off on the map, mainly because they have 15 HP, they don't have 12, and the Sidewinders, they fire so fast and they're so close to the enemy that they usually connect. That one was probably just bad RNG, right? Because the Viper still has 20 or 25% ECM, so I'm just going to try my luck here, which didn't really work out in my favor, but... Oh, and then we managed to bump into my other opponent. I was on this side of the map. Obviously, these two little birds, they were just kind of there to feed my opponent's fingers. Kind of. I say kind of. And obviously it's I don't really know if it was the right play here, because back then I had the idea to, okay, so if I just try to use these to poke at my opponents, then maybe they'll waste all their stingers, which it kind of did. As you can see here, they currently don't have any other stingers. Well, I did lose, what do you call it again? I did lose like 3 little birds and 1 sniper, so I think the cost of those units combined is like 90 plus, how much? Like about 100, so 195 or something? 195 compared to 150. Obviously the sniper was the main deal that made this trade a bit less favorable for me. But regardless, like it was much better than having to lose another killer egg. That, you know, they're just here chilling. I'll be using them as my shorad until my actual shorad arrives. And that's the thing on the flanks, you know, on these wide, very wide flanks at the edge of the map, like here. Usually for the first 5, maybe even 10 minutes of the game, you will be relying on helicopters and planes just to try to get something done because nothing's there and you can't get anything there in time or whatnot. You just kind of have to let the helicopters do their job. And as of right now, we're currently my ally playing armored airborne, I think. Uh, he's doing alright. He's chilling. I managed to spot an STT squad in there, but obviously I don't really have anything to deal with that just yet. Oh, that was a very unlucky Viper double J cell. Just gonna up some supplies for him, except I'm not really sure if that would work out. But, you know, can at least try. In the meantime, I really do probably need to get my packs up, and my Booker is still somewhere in way back. Another killer egg being spotted. Just gonna try to kill that thing, you know, because if I manage to kill the STT, yeah, sure, the STT costs 100, but I think if I can deal enough damage with the STT, then it's gonna be way worth the price. I don't know why I keep culling little birds for no reason. Though we do manage to spot some Hemets. The little birds, they are extremely cheap though, but still, is it really the right call to do this? Probably not. Get oh, but I forgot there was an STT there. So what's the plan here? I let them... I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna let the killer egg shoot at them. Okay. The scout has 1 more stinger, I believe. Oh, okay. Well, there come his... more stingers. Do get a trade. There's 2 killer eggs in the process. Oh, and then... Nah, this is funny as hell. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, hell no. Yeah, also the Viper outruns the killer eggs. The Viper, along with the Comanche, is... I'm not sure if it is the fastest. We do manage to spot some recon there, though. It has 300 speed. And the killer eggs have like 250 or 275. I'm not completely sure. And then the Apaches have like around 275. Same with the... sorry for my very messy handwriting. Same with the... what do you call it? The Apaches and Super Cobras, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much the deal. Unfortunately for me though, as you can tell so far this game I've been trading fairly poorly. And it's not like I can do anything about it because my units are just kind of lagging behind. Or I'm not really complaining about it because the Booker is 70 speed after all. The Stryker shot does revive a little bit faster, but something about using the Bookers or just tanks in general on the flanks because they're so effective is that they're also very vulnerable to airstrikes before you can even get a pack online. I'm not obviously you could get a pack on the field before calling out the Booker, but I just was a bit paranoid about it and I felt like, okay, maybe I'll just, you know, grab oh, do manage to spot a... what's this guy doing? But we do manage to spot the RC and the Booker that's slowly driving in. Not really sure when I do manage to get the Oh, what happens? Well, why did they call the Viper? Oops. Oh, and then here comes F-35. Boom, I do smoke in time, but it just doesn't work out. Could be, it could be lag, but anything. I don't really think it matters. And then, oh, almost died to a seed missile. Very nice. So the bad news is that we're trading really poorly. Almost lose the Viper as well. And the Bradley survives on 1 HP because it has 17 HP instead of 16, which is quite interesting. Oh wow, that was a very lucky snipe on the Hornet. Yeah, we're kind of forcing our opponents to go away, even though he does have 3 RSCs on the field, which is a bit tough to deal with in the near future. That's also 2 RSCs running at my sniper squad, and I'm pretty sure that sniper squad is as good as dead. Probably would have done a better job if I just let that squad sit there and shoot at the what do you call them again? Oh, let's let them shoot at the RSC squad. But for now, we're just gonna let the Stryker SOF do its job. Another harm shot manages to land on the not the Stryker SOF, the SORAD. I guess that's a good thing. We also do yeah, this SORAD is actually forcing that Bradley away was a pretty good idea until you forget that, oh, my opponent also has F-35s. But that's okay, I have another IV now. Oh, wow. Yeah, so you can see my opponent and I trying to just throw planes at each other, usually resulting, usually it works pretty well, because none of us actually has our front line. None of us actually has packs ready at the moment. Allow me to drink a sip of water, because for some reason my throat's not working, or my voice. So yeah, managed to clear a sniper was quite nice. And god, I was so close though. Like, there were actually 2, I didn't realize at the time, but there were 2 Bradleys, just 1 HP sitting there, waiting to be resupplied. And then my Dragoon was obviously much faster, and I could have just ran at them and then killed both, like this guy. And instead, I think I decided to go for the STT for some reason. Not completely sure, but obviously it was not the right call. Because it's always better to go for the kill rather than going for a dealing some damage. I'm not saying that killing or like destroying the STT is a bad call. I'm just saying that, you know, the Bradley seems to be more of a threat to my IVs and my infantry. As you can see there, he's running away. He's running away. Oh, nope, did not connect. Yeah, for now we'll just have to slowly resupply our units, finally get a pack on the field. This pack is the 8 missile pack. I brought it this match because, or more like, I brought 2 of these 250 cost or 55 costing packs because I was delusional enough to think that, hey, if I had 2 packs that could shoot 3 missiles, or like shoot at 3 targets, then maybe I would be able to deal with the seed and the plane. Now wouldn't that be nice? So I thought, but turned out it wasn't really good. It's always better to have 2 packs shooting at 1 target at the same time, or like 1 jet, and not the other way around. In the meantime, my opponent is reinforcing on like 2 war pigs worth of units, and I don't think I'm really prepared for it, because 2 trooper squads, really? It's probably not gonna work out. Yep, and his Bradley's finished resupplying. These guys were 1 HP previously, and now that they're done resupplying, opponent's counter push is in effect, and I might be cooked. Run away! Run away! Yep, and now I have the Stryker SPH is also an artillery piece that I decided to run because I couldn't really. I wanted to try sniping, what do you call it, supplies with them, except that they didn't really Except I also wanted to smoke, so that's what I got eventually. And I think it actually was quite useful this game, because in normal games I usually bring the mortar, and the mortar is just, it just sits out in the open somewhere close to the front line, and it's just asking to get artillery. As for me, I'm trying to evacuate the troopers as much as possible, and I end up having to call an F-35 just to try to save these troopers. Obviously, my Booker and my trophy, my Dragoons are also coming on their way. We'll have to see if this actually results in anything fruitful, because, oh, there comes the Shura. Probably could have bombed the Stryker Shura instead, but I guess if I manage to get it down to 1 HP, it would work out. It still would probably still be nice. My Dragoon is it's getting its APS popped by absolutely nothing that I can spot here. Yep, it takes another javelin. I'm like, what the hell is shooting me? But yeah, like another F-35 that just absolutely gets away with a bombing run. But I am kind of drained on supplies, and I really do need the Strikers to just try to send me into the cap. And obviously my opponent is just calling war pigs and just going, oh, you know, like just run it down. Even if the war pigs die, they'll be in the city area, so they can just walk around and resupply close by. That I feel like it could work, but that doesn't seem to be the case for me, because I don't really have a place to retreat to. As you can see, my opponent's side of the map has a bunch of tree lines, and I do not. The first phase is about to end, and as you can see on the map currently, we have 5 caps over 5 caps. Yes, I know one of our caps aren't taken, but it's on our side of the map, so we're not really in that much of a hurry. And since we do have the E cap for now, and my ally is just trying to, he's actually doing a really good job at beating the Stryker Marine guy in the open field, because airborne armor does feel like a more standoff deck. And since I did manage to get some units onto E, sit there in the first place, we managed to get a cap control in the first place, and also like going down in kills in the first phase, it did seem to be a bit unfavorable for us, but since it didn't really give them any points, I think it's good. Yeah, this is kind of the problem that I've been having. Like, I had to like run my units back just to resupply them. Obviously I could get a, oh, here comes another F-35 bomba. This one was a J-cell. My embassy's doing nothing. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then yeah, so that's the thing that happens to my Bookers every time I call them into the field. It just gets bombed. So what am I gonna do about it? What am I gonna do about the Booker that just keeps dying to random jet when packs aren't even supposed to shoot it down? Because to me, the Booker is more like the vehicle that will help me break into this city that's currently being controlled by my opponent. He also probably, or most likely, has snipers here, maybe a sniper somewhere around here, I don't know, and probably recon here as well. But since I don't have a Stryker RV, I don't know, and I'm being artillery by laser guided munition, and all I can do is just try to smoke the Rangers up to save myself. And then for me, I guess the only other attacking route is from here. Doesn't really seem to be that useful, but at least we gotta try, right? Obviously, I could just completely give up on this side of the map. But you know, I'm no quitter. Obviously, I could even push for F, you know, with my ally. except it's going to be very hard to push for F because, oh, or I honestly I do think I could do it if I just simply. Oh, there's another 35. What's going on? Oh, he misses the bomba. Oh. And the F-35 gets away. But we do hit a second shot, just didn't kill it. Unlucky. Yeah, the short living was pretty nice. It is a very fast truck after all. Anyways, in the meantime, I really do think that, okay, Corn, what if you just help push F, right? I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. We would obviously also have more packs focused, so if I got airstruck here, it would have been a better idea. The only difference is that, and next time I'll talk about it next time when the camera pans right, but okay, maybe, I don't know, I don't think this is a good enough angle, but right now we're just trying to cross. You can see my opponent's also trying to reinforce this tree, these buildings for absolutely no reason. Apparently we're not doing too well on the right hand side, but neither am I, so I should just do my own thing. Alright, so if I do manage, or if I do want to help my ally push F, we kind of need to do two things. First of all, we do need to take control of this tree line, which is actually quite important. It's easier for my opponent, or actually it's kind of shit for both of us to resupply it, but it is really crucial for us to just, it's kind of like a really good fob, except everyone knows, like, if you, as long as both sides have a sniper somewhere on the airfield, like goal spot, whatever is going in, and we're just gonna artillery the shit out of it. The only difference between here and here is that, actually, yeah, this one controls F, this one controls E, but, and then, yeah, and then, but not even, I don't even think controlling this one is enough, because sometimes, as long as my opponent has recon here, or here, they can spot a lot of the things that are trying to cross from this road down that way into F, and you can also get artillery fairly easily. The only difference is probably us being able to have more packs in the back. So, but then again, like who knows? Like if I give up the flank, if my opponent decides to flank over, regardless, yeah, it probably would have been a good idea if I switch to the right hand side. But I'm pretty sure you're not here to watch me play the game like in a rather conventional fashion. You just want to watch me try something new, right? We do manage to spot a Narsov here, and if an Narsov is here, that probably means something was inside that thing. Gonna have to watch my Narsov versus a War Pig and a Sniper. We managed to spot it. A good thing for me that it is. Okay, we managed to put both the Sniper and the Narsov very nice. And okay, I remember last time I also featured a video of me playing on the other side of the map, the other corner, where there was actually a cap. But here, it does feel quite similar. It does feel quite similar. There is 3 buildings here that I can hide behind. I have to smoke my spoon. And use my Delta Force with 4 smokes. To also smoke the cap here. I'm gonna let the Rangers get at these guys, and then what the hell is that Hornet doing? That was a Maverick run. Was that a Maverick run? I don't know, but we do manage to hit it with the pack. Huh. Wonder what happened to this guy. I think he got spotted by something. For some reason my Dragoon unloaded on the right side of the building rather than the left. Oh well. It is kind of funny. But yeah, if I do this, my opponent is basically forced to, he has to come around here with his Bradleys rather than having to, like, I mean, obviously you could throw shots at them, but if I duck behind the building, he's gonna have to artillery it or send a Bradley here, just to pincer the Ranger. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I try to. Oh, that would have been very dangerous. Best if you do die there. Oh, run away! Run away! away! Never mind, don't run away. There were also 4. Yeah, that is a lot of infantry. We do manage to spot the STT in there as well. Just gonna call in quick Nighthawk. Let the Rangers just... Obviously they're not, they don't have as much range as the RRC, except they are more dudes. And more dudes means more fun. 2 kills, we do demolish the building. It's not really because our, like, one JASM does not take out a building. It's more like because I think I bombed it previously or something, so that the building was already damaged, or my ally was, I think, cruise missile did or something, I don't remember. Yeah, but the thing collapsed and killed the STT inside. Very nice. Well, wanna see me do it again? Aha. Bomb these 2 for absolutely no reason. You managed to spot some kill rigs though, so yeah, my opponent has a lot of vision here on the flanks. They just didn't know about it until just now. Oh, yeah, but this time my opponent has 3 packs on the side of the flank. Safe to say that I can actually bomb middle and actually get away with it. But I guess I was really focused on my side on the map, so I guess it doesn't really work out for me. News at this moment we do have 2 packs. We do have 2 packs. Not like it's really gonna matter, but at least, you know, we tried. 2 packs hopefully will work out against our opponent. I mean, when it comes to being airstruck. In the meantime, it's gonna try to get some recon up. It's not really... finally my opponent sneaks a Bradley through. I have to smoke up and run away. And this is also something that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sneak supplies into my opponent's face so I can resupply right here. But I'm not... but the smokes are kind of placed too far apart from each other, so it's not gonna work out like that. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It didn't work out. Yeah, so the next thing about this, no Rangers, run! Alright, they barely lived. So the next question about this match is, how do I make sure that I push into this buildings, even though it's literally not important at all? And you can actually say just spam bookers, bro, because I have a second booker this time. If I do ever lose, I did lose my booker, but turns out I will have a second. Why is he not shooting? He's in his face. Overkill, thank you. Well, we do kill the F-35 though, but anyways, a bit unlucky, but since our opponent used 2 F-35s and I currently have had 2 bookers and now only have 1, I think this booker can survive for a little while longer. Just a little bit unfortunate that my opponent was, or maybe me myself was too focused on this side of the map, so I couldn't really get anything done on the other side. I'm gonna bomb that pack really quick. I could have went for the Iron and Thunders there that were shooting earlier, but I didn't really see them, and also the supplies got popped, so not really gonna work out. Just gonna have the 2 planes, 2 packs with the Viper. Eventually goes down. You can kind of see that supplies being a really big issue for me this game, because there's like no cover. There is no cover. Where is the cover? Anyways, probably like there's a couple buildings all the way in there in the back. I mean, nothing else, right? Get a sneaky pot shot into the killer eggs. That's pretty nice, pretty nice. I'll call the win. Another F-35 comes into play, and then he misses the thing and my packs also missed the thing, but oh well. Well, the good news is he didn't bomb my at least he didn't bomb my, what do you call it, my booker again, so checks out for me. I do need a bit more units though. I mean more supplies, more whatever. My recon is absolutely garbage. If my opponent actually spots that supply line, I would actually get cooked, but for now, you know, I think at least that's the bet that I was trying to make. I was kind of hoping my opponent wouldn't really figure out that my supplies were right there. Also just utilizing the space, what would you call it? The range of my bookers and dragoons to just shoot at these guys. That's out of range, so I guess that worked out. I'm actually pretty thankful that I do have two, what do you call them, Blackhawks to ferry me supplies. It's actually pretty nice. My opponent does get his own supplies though. You spot those. I'm just gonna go hide behind that building. So this guy can't shoot me. So normally the Bradley shouldn't win against oh, I just realized I didn't have APS at all. Thing that I just got out of there. These vehicles really do need a lot of resupplying. What the hell is this guy doing over there? Okay, just let me drop these here. I'm also gonna try and guess where my opponent's supplies are. Bradley gets a Booker gets a really cheeky shot on the Bradley that didn't even bother to look at. That's very nice. The Rangers are actually pretty good at anti-infantry because they did in fact get buffed. Like their rifles are really good, even though their AT capabilities are definitely not as good. So yeah, I just gotta go back and resupply my infantry. Also didn't really know what to like bomb, but I guess Bradley's a win, you know. 1-1 Bradley would be nice. I'll take it. Yeah, my opponent's packs are so far away that normally you'd think that hey, like I probably would have done a better job if I just abused more planes, you know. Would be true. Would be true. No, my Shurad. The good thing for us is that the second phase did end up being pretty decent. Gonna have to cruise and miss out some random buildings because I am terrible at doing this. Also gotta make sure my supply line keeps going. And this is where my, what would you call it, my logistics kind of started to catch up with my opponent. As long as I'm not really losing my units. Oh, almost killed those. But my opponent, which is playing armored SF, they do have shittier logistics. I'm not saying that. Well, there definitely are ways to improve it. For example, my opponent could get a Blackhawk, drop some supplies back here, and then you'll just have those very slow logistic trucks, like run up here and something that would definitely work for my opponent. Whereas for me, I have to run all the way back here. So yeah, I'm not sure how this would have worked out. In the meantime, my Delta is just running in. Dies. What am I doing? I definitely had to smoke that because its APS was in fact popped. I'm gonna get another booker for myself because why not, right? Get some more cruise missiles. Fall back and resupply a bit more. Here come my opponent's what do you call them? War pigs. Here to reinforce. If only I had a helicopter that I could just basically shoot at those guys and like, probably slow down the infantry that are arriving on the front. That would be quite nice. I'm trying to get this guy behind the building so it doesn't get spotted, because it was spotted by the Bradley earlier. I'm gonna use my Stryker GM. Maybe shoot at some things. That is a CJ, low CJ. That's a V2. You know, I have to wait for my F-35 and try to bomb it as soon as possible. Because if that guy comes in, yeah, that's not good news for me if I don't kill it in time. I also don't have HIMARS, cluster HIMARS to be exact, in this deck because I have 2 packs and those packs are quite expensive. Just gonna have to sit here and wait for my opportunity to strike. Also need a bit more logistics. Yeah, so far, oh, we do spot a sniper somehow by just running that guy over there. Pretty nice, I guess. Still waiting to spot the Abrams. Yeah, we're really low on points here. Oh, but now he finally shows himself. He's currently being spotted by the scout team, I believe. And oh, there's an F-35. Hello. Oh. Alright, got him. And my opponent did get a pack there, but might have been a bit too late for that. Oh, F-35, 1 HP. Yeah, well, it kind of has to. You kind of have to engrave the idea of immediately smoking your vehicles the moment you spot the F-35 because they're so stealthy, and you barely have the time to react to that. The Rangers is gonna try to figure out who has more units in that squad. Not sure what that guy's doing. He gets away with it. So to move my packs right afterwards. Oh, I should have went back a couple seconds, but the reason I moved my Rangers from this building to this building is because they were taking focus fire by both the RCs and the Rangers, whereas my unit fire was a bit more spread out. So if I could, like, both of these vehicles were shooting at the RC in this building, so I just tried to save their HP, put them in a bad spot so that they weren't shooting my RCs, and then yeah, that's basically what I had in mind, which does seem to be kind of working out, I guess. I need more supplies though. And this is the Raptor that I had just in case someone was trying to bomb my ass, which there was a guy that was trying to bomb my ass, so well, just send it, I guess. I didn't really want that guy trying to ruin my push, so sometimes, even though this is he didn't even die, but oh, he dies, okay. If I lost my pilot here, it would have been bad, but this is up to RNG, right? Oh, cruise missile! Unluck. Yeah, I really needed the Booker to be alive. And I think that, yeah, it would have been a better... It was a good trade. Okay, even if I drop my pilot, it would probably be a good idea that I had my or kept alive. I think I could be delusional. But yeah, at this stage we're kind of trying to kill my opponent's units. Kind of. I was gonna get more units. Ooh, hello, that is a... what do you call that? Moz team. And we're just gonna wipe out the remaining RCs and Rangers that are around here. Huh? Oh, that was a nice sex eagle. Scoring a couple hits. Ooh, look at that, we have 2 bookers again. Very nice. Alright, only 10 minutes left on the clock. I really need to get some water, but for now we are kind of... this is probably the something that the strikers can really play around in urban areas. They can, since there are roads everywhere, you can just try to outflank my opponent's infantry while staying outside of their gun, like outside of their AT range. As you can see right here, I was shooting from different angles. I was trying to, yeah, like these guys are all 1 HP. I'll just make sure that they don't run away. And turns out my opponent decided to invest like 190 points in an AGL team, and I mean 2 AGL teams. And normally on flanks, I think it's not a good idea to do that because both AT and Shoradas are like really important things that you really need to keep alive. And if you bring in infantry support, yeah, sure, I guess, but it should probably be a vehicle because it would be easier to move these guys and move your vehicles into a position to fire at the infantry you're trying to shoot, rather than having 2 static infantry on a very wide flank and use them as static defense. But yeah, assuming I guess my opponent called them in when he was still like holding this area fairly firmly. I mean, controlling it fairly I don't know, a lot. I guess that's the way to explain it. Yeah, finally at the with 7 minutes left on the clock, I guess. Finally cleared out this side of the map. Did a quick KD check. I didn't even see anything myself. And all of a sudden, you know, I feel like this game, I understand that sometimes people say, oh, Corn, why didn't you do this at this time during the match? Like, a lot of these things are kind of just, like, you know, it takes up my attention and I don't really know, what's good for me until, like, I look back at it. And, or sometimes I'm just too focused on one thing and then I forget about something else that could have been a better play. Like, for example, these 2 bookers would be absolutely cooked if I kept them together. Now we do run into some resistance here. Oh, that was a retreating ranger from earlier. Okay, we're just gonna have to, I wanted to set up packs here, so basically we would have packs here, and basically none of the planes can actually survive. That's what I wanted to do, but the match is ending, so it didn't really work out. No clue. Oh, but we do see a tank. We do see a tank. Aha, so this is the time during the match where you kind of need to just let the booker take damage out there. You kind of just need to, because like, oh, but he smokes. Probably spot on my F-30. Ah, the seed missile fire. That's why he just smoked immediately. Unluck. Oh, but he pokes out again. Oh, now my turn to smoke because one more shot kills it. My sniper's probably the one spotting it. He also managed to figure out where my opponent's infantry are. Gonna quickly drop some supplies there. Oh, think I lost a couple too many, maybe a bit too many units there. Oh, I lost him. Run away. Yeah, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Just get out of there. And I think to myself, okay, Corn, it's time to get some engineers on the field because there are a lot of infantry inside that bush. So I guess I'll just get 3 engineer squads, right? Yeah, that sounds like a perfectly like reasonable response. Unfortunately, the Booker I was trying to resupply just like had its supplies blow up on its rear armor, so now it's like, what was the point of resupplying there, right? Oh, MLRS. Interesting. Oh, 72, 72. Also, the sniper spotted. Very nice. Yeah, so this is a very awkward timing during the match. I know, like, this game, it's basically been kind of like my ally has been doing really well. He's been pushing my opponent all the way into half cap. So yeah, now that I look back at it, like, this is only when I realized how I should have played the game a bit better. But I definitely would have. I probably should have helped him out, push F and force my opponent to fight over here. But I guess if it works, it works, right? Like, I mean, I'm having fun here, so. Alright, oh, but we do manage to spot the enemy sniper with the pack, so this is going to be a little bit awkward. Run away, pack, run away. Use the building to block line of sight. And here comes the bomba. Unlucky. Well, this was Opa. This is kind of funny. A funny sequence. Well, we did kill the F-35, so I guess that was nice, but yeah, it turns out there was a sniper here, and that kind of cooked me. I was kind of hoping that I cleared out all the snipers, but I didn't. And that sniper was probably giving my opponent intel the entire game. But at least, you know, 3 minutes left on the clock. I probably don't need those infantry anyways. If I did, I still have the deltas. I'll just try to make sure we take control of the E-cap, and yeah, that would be good enough. Oh, 35 below. Oh, 72, 72. 72, let the Dragoon tank, because it has a line of sight. Alright, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Not sure whatever's going on the other side of the map, but finally we spot the snipers. Took us a while. Oh, hold up, look. I think someone's spotting those Iron Thunders. Probably the snipers there. What the hell, is that a nuke? Oh, well, sorry, I lost my other pack, so this guy's just gonna get out of there, I suppose. Oh, he gets out. He does not get out of there. Yeah, those guys are just shooting. Someone's gotta punish that, right? Oh, he was firing at my pack. Remember, guys, it's always a good idea to move your artillery pieces and packs when they just fired. Unless your opponent's actually spotted it with these snipers. Supply car going there. He doesn't know. He does not know. Oh my god, he's shooting. He's aiming for what? We're not gonna find out. We're not gonna find out. Why? And that should be the end of this video, or this replay, I guess. Yeah, and we had a bunch of rebookers, by the way. Oh my god. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, I kind of got carried. Like, KD was like just one flat out, and but it was a fun match, you know. Like, I haven't really been fighting on this side of the map at all, I think. So it was a pretty good experience. To like, I definitely think if I had different planes, different jets to deal with my opponent's infantry or other things instead of the Nighthawk, it probably would have been better. Since, like, okay, here's the thing: if I air spam more, I could have gotten away with it even harder, I think, because this side of the map, as you could see earlier, the packs weren't really that threatening, at least. But that would be the end of today's episode of Halo Heist. The match, or the heist, was in fact a success. And I think, so what I'm even gonna say, like, I don't know, like, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Halo Heist, because it was a rather unique experience for both, for me, and I hope it is for you. Also shows a bit about the reality of what's going on normally, when I get bombed all the time on flanks. But you know, just bring more packs, bring more fighters, bro. Very simple. Anyways, that should be the end of this video. And I'll see you guys next one.